More cuts come as the Buffalo Bills get closer and closer to their 53-player goal. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Believers Talk, or should I say welcome back to Believers Talk on this cut day 2020 NFL season. Again, thank you guys for joining me. My name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, well, you missed our first video of the day talking about some Buffalo Bills cuts, and now we're on to our second video of the day talking about some more Buffalo Bills cuts. We're going to be doing this up until the 4 o'clock Eastern time deadline for teams to get down to a 53-man roster, and then we'll be going live sometime between 3:30, so we can keep everyone up to date on what's going on with this active roster. So again, guys, thank you for joining me. My name is Joe. If you're new to this channel, guys, you want to hit that subscribe button for continual Buffalo sports and Buffalo Bills information. After you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because again, we keep posting new videos. So I want to know what you guys think. I want Buffalo Bills fans, I want Bills Mafia to join the conversation. So let me know what you think in the comment section and give me a thumbs up for this video. Share this video. I really do appreciate it. So the Buffalo Bills are continuing to cut down the roster. Again, started today with 81 guys, if you include Christian Wade, actually a little less than that due to cuts made yesterday. Already cut 2 players earlier today. Did a video on both Jason Kroom and Alexander, who got cut, the running back from North Carolina. So you want to go back and check that video out. But now we want to talk about 5 other players who have been cut. And again, guys, keep up with Ryan Tolbert over on Twitter, Matt Perino. They're doing a great job keeping everyone afloat on Twitter when it comes to these cuts. I'm doing the best I can to make sure I bring this news to you here on YouTube. So let's talk about the 5 cuts the Buffalo Bills have made. I would say that none of these are a surprise. 2 of these guys we'll talk about a little bit more because we thought there was a potential chance that they would make the roster, the 53-man roster, and one in particular that really hopefully shed some light on some other issues the Bills have been having with the cornerback position as of late. So first, we want to talk about the guys who are of no surprise, really. You got Markel Herrell, a guard. No surprise here. He was an undrafted free agent. We picked him up late. We feel like our offensive line is pretty stable. Again, that's another unit where you could probably use a little bit of depth, but as we'll see, he is not the only offensive line casualty that we have. And we knew that offensive line casualties and every position was going to have casualties on cut day. And again, Herrell is one of those guys who I talked about in the first video, just really suffered from the lack of on-field preparation as far as getting preseason games, getting film out there for other teams. And I think that's going to be a problem with a lot of these guys that get cut. Not only are they getting cut, no team's really going to reach out and take a chance on anybody because they haven't seen anything yet. So a lot of these guys, they might be on practice squads as time goes on, and hopefully they'll get a chance next year in the preseason. But you really have a hard time taking a chance on somebody when they haven't shown you anything on the field, when you don't have any on-field tape of what they can do. So what they're going to have to do is they're going to have to clear waivers, like Markel Herrell will probably clear waivers. Not sure if the Buffalo Bills will use a practice squad spot on him or not. I personally don't think so. I think we have enough depth and talent at other positions where I don't think the Buffalo Bills would do that. But at the same time, if they do, then he's on our practice squad. If not, then any team can sign him to their practice squad after that, but he has to clear waivers first, and then he has to, the Bills will deny them wanting to sign him back on their practice squad, and then he would be available for other teams to potentially sign if they want him. Josh Thomas, safety, again, with our current defensive back situation, I feel like we're pretty good here. In fact, I'm going to talk about cornerback here in a little bit as well. That might be a little surprising to some people, but it's really good news if you think about it in the terms that I'm going to provide it to you later in this episode. And then a recent sign, remember we traded a conditional 2023 7th round pick to the Carolina Panthers for Andre Smith at that linebacker position. Now, yesterday we cut 2 linebackers. Now we cut another linebacker. And Andre Smith, according to reports what I read on Twitter, is he only practiced for 1 hour with the Buffalo Bills. 1 hour. So I don't know what kind of assessment you can make on a player in 1 hour, but apparently Brandon Beane isn't enough. in that 1 hour, and they had cut him after that hour. Now, last year, he did play 60+% of the snaps on special teams for the Carolina Panthers. So not sure if the Buffalo Bills were adding him as an insurance policy in case Tawan Jones was not going to be healthy. And maybe now they got the news that Jones will be healthy, so you know you got that special teams guy. But special teams has definitely been a focus of this front office of the Buffalo Bills this offseason. You talk about signing Tyler Murakovic, formerly of the Pittsburgh Steelers, huge special teams guy, linebacker. You talk about bringing back Tawan Jones, who is a huge special teams guy as well, who did well for the Buffalo Bills when he was on special teams. Buffalo Bills seem to be really conscientious. Words are hard, of the fact that we need special teams help. So we're getting that special teams help. Again, my phone going off, so I do apologize. I'm trying to keep you guys up to date. So like I said, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, leave a comment what you think, and hit that thumbs up button as I continue to keep you up to date on these cuts. So we have Herrell, we have Thomas, then we have Andre Smith. The next guy I want to talk about is a guy who was an undrafted free agent who everyone's excited to get. I was very excited to get him when we got him out of the University of Washington as an undrafted free agent at the end of the 2020 NFL Draft, and that's Trey Adams. Remember last year that wide receiver from West Virginia, whose name I'm forgetting, and someone will remind me in the comment section, who everyone wanted. Everyone wanted him, of Bills Mafia. I actually had the Bills picking him up in the 4th or 5th round last year. He was an undrafted free agent. The Buffalo Bills actually made him an offer to be on the practice squad immediately. Well, that's kind of what Trey Adams was to Bills Mafia, right? He was that guy that we wanted after the draft. We were surprised he wasn't drafted at all. Then we found out he wasn't drafted at all. We were like, hey, bring him in. And that's what the Buffalo Bills did. Unfortunately, again, the Buffalo Bills, Brandon Beane, Leslie Frazier just hadn't, Brian Dable just hadn't seen enough out of the offensive tackle to keep him on this 53-man roster. Now, since this is his first year in the league, and since there is no preseason tape on this guy, you wonder if this is the kind of guy that's going to be added to the Buffalo Bills practice squad if he makes it through waivers. So you're hoping he makes it through waivers, although the offensive tackle position is a key position, obviously. So if a team's short on offensive tackles, they may take a chance on a guy like Trey Adams. However, if he clears that waiver list, then the Buffalo Bills add him to the practice squad. Gives us a little more depth at that tackle position. I definitely feel like he has a better chance of making the practice squad than any of the guys I previously mentioned, whether it be Smith, Thomas, or Herrell. And another guy who has a good chance of making it on our practice squad, who spent time on our practice squad last season, is Cam Lewis, cornerback. Cam Lewis out of the University of Buffalo was an undrafted free agent at the end of the 2019 NFL Draft, spent last season mostly on the Buffalo Bills practice squad. I'm a huge Cam Lewis fan, but one thing that Tolbert talked about on Twitter that is a very good point, and I want to bring it to your attention now, is the fact that the Buffalo Bills are able to cut Cam Lewis should tell you about the health of Levi Wallace, should tell you about the health of Josh Norman, and how the coaching staff and how the front office doesn't seem too concerned about the cornerback depth. Because Cam Lewis would have at least been a good depth guy, and I would be surprised to see him not back on the Buffalo Bills practice squad, maybe brought up a few times this season as a replacement or as some depth at that cornerback position. But those are the 5 guys with the Buffalo Bills most recently cut. You have Markel Herrell, you have Josh Thomas, you have Andre Smith, Trey Adams, and Cam Lewis. So again, let me know what you think in the comment section. Are any of these 5 a surprise to you? The biggest surprise to me would be Cam Lewis, not because I thought he would make this team when this team was fully healthy. I thought, when this team was fully healthy, we had Josh Norman and we had Levi Wallace, I figured he would be cut and I figured he would be back on the practice squad. But since those two have been nursing injuries for a little bit, I thought, hey, this is a good chance. Cam Lewis coming up, doing his thing. But he is released or cut as well. So we'll see what the Buffalo Bills decide to do for the rest of the day. Again, join me around 3:30 Eastern time as I go live and we continue to keep you up to date up to the deadline for the Buffalo Bills. So again, thank you guys for joining me on this edition of Believers Talk. I'll probably see you all soon. Until I do, go Bills.